Okay, so today we're back with the only series on YouTube that makes you question your life decisions while looking at very strange aircraft that you definitely didn't think airlines flew. It's planes airlines flew, which may surprise you. This is obviously the first voiceover episode of this series. So sit back and I hope you enjoy today's video. Like and subscribe and let's do this. The first one we have today is the Etihad Airways ATR-72. So Etihad, the airline famous for their gold plated toilets on the A380 and their bloody hotel suites. They operated it from 2014 to 2017 under the Etihad regional brand, but was actually run by a Darwin airline. Never heard of that. They had 4 of the ATR-72-500 variants and flew from Zurich to places like Florence, Leipzig and Lugano in Switzerland. So picture this, you book with Etihad expecting mood lighting, Arabic coffee, maybe a butler, and you get an ATR that sounds like a washing machine full of gravel. And that is a luxury, everybody. So yeah, Etihad dropped the whole thing in 2017 after the partnership basically exploded. So yeah, short-lived, chaotic, perfect for this list. Let's have a look at the next one, which is the Wildro DHC6 Twin Otter. So Wildro today is obviously known for their Dash 8s, and lots of them. But back in the day, they actually ran the DHC6 Twin Otter from 1968 until the early 2000s. They had 21 of these planes and flew into airstrips as short as 800 metres. Some runways had no lights, ILS, and were basically just gravel strips. I mean, this thing can literally take off in a Tesco car park, which is ideal because half of Norway's airports are literally mountain cliffs with a shed. So yeah, the Twin Otter basically allowed Wildro to exist. Without it, half the North Norway wouldn't even have air service. Okay, number 3. Pan Am and the Twin Otter. Yes, Pan Am, the elegant global airline of the 747s and the luxury whatever else they flew, operating the same plane as you'd go skydiving on.
Bruh.
So, they used one of these in the late 80s, to connect Los Angeles and Orange County to Pan Am flights. It was operated by an airline called Ransom Airlines, again never heard of that, but under the Pan Am Express brand. Typically you'd have 16 to 20 seats in it, and the contrast really is incredible, isn't it? On Monday you'd fly London to New York on a 747 with champagne and 5-star gourmet service. On Tuesday you'd fly to Orange County in a shoebox with wings where your luggage weighs more than the plane, and that is what I call peak aviation chaos. Number 4, the Japan Airlines MD-90. Now I know you've been asking for this one for a long time and I've basically ignored it, so sorry about that. I've just not seen it. The MD-90 feels like a plane from a B-tier American airline in 1996, not Japan Airlines, but yet here we are. So these flew quite recently, if you think about it, from 2006 to 2013. They flew 60 of the MD-90s on mostly short domestic routes like Tokyo, Haneda to Hiroshima. They were replaced eventually by 737 and A320s. The MD-90 was basically supposed to be a modern MD-80. But to be honest, it still looked like something where you get delayed because the cockpit window wipers got stuck. Japan Airlines only kept them for 7 years, so some part of that must have been true. And we're gonna now have a look at the Pakistan International Airlines 737. PIA and the 737 is one of those facts that sounds fake until you see a photo. They operated 737-300s from 1985 until 2012. They flew 7 of them. One was actually leased to Emirates Airlines to help them start up, and that's why you could have occasionally seen a PIA 737 land in Oman. They were mainly used by PIA for domestic routes like Islamabad to Karachi. Some did fly international. They also leased a 737-800 in 2014 and then again in 2017 to fix their aircraft shortages. These were wet leased, by the way, which means that the pilots and the crew were basically supplied by the lessor. Yeah, PIA 737s flying into Oman, you just know those flights had some stories. PIA later replaced them with A320s because of course they did. That's what every airline eventually does. And yeah, that's going to be it for today, unless there aren't enough planes in this episode, which means I'll add more. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop some more weird ones in the comments down below as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.